We've seen the governor open statewide antibody treatment sites for COVID patients, but some are just saying that's not enough. Today, Polk County commissioners voted not to send a letter to Governor DeSantis asking him to advocate for a patient's right to try controversial COVID treatments. As 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Glasser shows you, the board is still considering the idea, but likely with some changes after hearing from local public health experts.
We have
Polk Commissioner Neil Combee drafted a letter to Governor DeSantis, hoping to get his fellow commissioners to sign on. It was aimed, he said, at encouraging discussion about controversial unproven COVID treatments and a patient's right to try them. Drugs like hydroxychloroquine, Ivermectin, and Pepcid AC.
They have a right to try something that might work instead of just waiting to die.
We should be able to make our own treatment decisions. I just question the motive of why this is so important.
During discussion, Combee said he'd personally taken several of the medications without issue. He then bashed the media, Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, the FDA, and drug companies for what he considers a conspiracy to downplay the drugs.
It's just nothing but deception, and it is driving me crazy.
But Commissioner George Lindsay asked Polk County's health director and a former president of the Polk County Medical Association to weigh in. Their take? No proof yet those drugs work.
I would say I personally wouldn't prescribe it because I don't feel that's going to benefit.
There's no conspiracy that we want people to be sick. That's very offensive to a physician.
As for Florida's right to try law, health experts say that's for terminally ill patients.
People want the opportunity to at least try it on their terms, and that's how I see this letter.
And I respect that, and I think our deep caring for our patients leads us to disagree.
Realizing his letter did not have unanimous support, Commissioner Combee withdrew it, but said he'd be back with an amended letter at a workshop meeting in a little over a week. And if he gets support there, try to get it passed again at the commission's next meeting later this month.
When asked if such a letter could do harm, two of the doctors addressing the board today said they were afraid it could by sending a message to the public that could give people false hope in unproven medications rather than proven vaccines. Now, the drug Ivermectin has been treated for parasites and some illnesses like lice and scabies. Researchers are testing it on COVID-19 clinical trials. A viewer wanted to know, can you provide verification of the use and effectiveness of Ivermectin as a treatment for COVID? Our verified team checked in with the FDA, the World Health Organization, the drug's manufacturer, and two doctors to find out. First up, an FDA spokesperson says approved products may be prescribed for unapproved use. Now, at this time, the safety and efficacy of Ivermectin for COVID has not been established. Next, the World Health Organization says so far current evidence has been inconclusive and only recommends that it be used in clinical trials. And then the drug's manufacturer, Merck, adds their scientists are carefully examining the findings. The doctors we asked both agree it does not hold much promise.
There's a chance there might be some modest effect that if you did a big enough trial, you could detect. But as a game changer, as a silver bullet, the evidence is looking fairly strongly that that's not going to be the case for this particular drug.
We're following a pathway that is unlikely to be successful, just like we did with hydroxychloroquine. The studies that have been shown so far have not shown any promise that it can treat coronavirus at all. But yet we're seeing an increase in the number of reported side effects and dangerous side effects.
So to answer the question, can you provide verification of the use and effectiveness of Ivermectin as a treatment for COVID-19? True, it is being used in clinical studies. However, it's not FDA approved, nor does it have emergency use authorization to treat the virus. But a doctor can write a prescription. Right now, it's unknown if it's effective.